go to the 808 area code. 808, who is this? Where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
I called a few weeks ago, Alex in Hawaii.
Oh, Alex, what's up, man?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. You?
Doing good, man. Another day, another dollar.
Yeah. So first of all, I want to defend Rob. Davies Perez was robbed of a victory against Maurice Hooker.
Once I said that, I was like, oh, this is going to come back and bite me, because he was.
I agree with that assessment that he was robbed against Maurice Hooker. I will also say that was a version of Maurice Hooker that did not turn the corner when we saw him do later on in his career.
Once that came out of my mind when I mocked Darlise Perez, I was like, I instantly regret saying that. That's going to come back and bite me.
I knew Alex was out there. I knew he got my back.
Yeah, and then on to Canelo. Matt's going to like this. I'm going to go from the position of Canelo not being pound for pound number one.
Okay. Make your case.
All right.
I'm going to try not to interrupt
right.
you. Have a pleasant conversation.
So it depends on what you personally choose your pound for pound. So for me, it's at the time, right now, who do I think's who's showing me the X factor and who I perceive as the best. If you want to go from resume, then you've got the question of, is it resume from the past few fights, or are you talking about the whole career? Because if we're going whole career, then surely Manny Pacquiao should still be number one.
Why are we in the idea that there's only one criteria for pound? Why can't it be both those things in a weighted system where I either rate resume over skill set or skill set over resume, but both of those are in the equation for pound? Why is it one or the other?
Not necessarily it's one or I guess it's what you prefer over each other.
I think resume. I put for me personally, I put resume above skill set, but they're in tandem. It's not like they're separate conversations. In pound for pound, they are. Yeah. It's a X plus Y equals Z equation.
Yeah, I think. I should point out as well that I'm a bit of a Canelo hater. So I think when I'm looking at skill sets, he doesn't excite me in the same way as the guys that I would have above him do, like Inoue, Lomachenko, etc. Well, just those three. And if you're going to start putting, I know obviously Canelo's got a great resume, and I would agree that he already is Hall of Famer anyway. If you're going to put an asterisk against, say, Lomachenko's best win, there are asterisks. Even though the Kovalev win was a great win, you can still say there's asterisks there.
What's the asterisk over the Kovalev win?
Whereas how long ago was it he fought Yard? 9 weeks ago, 8 weeks?
Mm-hmm.
And you get was that right? There's a rehydration clause as well, so the standard A side.
But he's also fought for the IBF before, so it's not like a new thing.
Yeah, but in this case, was it just a side enforced rehydration?
Sure.
Yeah, so I'm not saying obviously you go through any fighter's career, there's asterisks is against most fights, but I just think if you criticise one fighter's best win for an asterisk, then you can find an asterisk.
You do understand the asterisks I brought up for Loma's best win, because that's the one I was referencing earlier in the show, was Gamma Ringendale. That's his best win. That's the most talented fighter that Loma's ever fought. And the guy was 2 divisions smaller than him. While Canelo, maybe that would be Amir Khan, but Amir Khan's not his best win. He has much better wins. A la Sergey Kovalev last night. When he moved up 2 weight classes.
A la Triple G, yeah.
Triple G, for example, in the second fight, which is definitive.
Oh, again, I'm in the camp that wasn't sure Canelo won either of the Triple G fights. This is probably a personal bias why I wouldn't have him at the top, because I think in the past few fights he's fought great fighters.
Well, okay, Alex, I think we all sit here and we all have personal biases, but when we're talking about objective pound for pound lists, you have to somewhat put those biases aside. And I respect you for at least pointing them out, because I have biases. Again, I'm a Canelo fan, I pointed that out in the show earlier. Like that's a part of my bias that we have to adjust for. But to the point of being objective, you brought up that Canelo is not as skilled because you brought up that aspect against other guys, and you brought up Inoue.
Well,
I want to say
maybe not. I mean, it doesn't excite me as much as the other ones. Maybe so. Maybe that's
so exciting. Is now a criteria. Where's exciting? Where's that rank in the
Let
criteria?
me-
Is that above? Hold on, Gary. Is that above skill set or is that below skill set?
No, I don't mean. I mean exciting in the sense of showing X factor movement and the combinations I like from these other. I mean, I still have Canelo in my top 5.
So you don't think Canelo has a wider repertoire of punches than Inoue? You don't think Canelo has better head movement than Inoue? You don't think Canelo has better footwork and lateral movement than Inoue? Like those are just you don't see that.
It may be a thing to do with fighter size as well. I think sometimes some of the smaller guys look a bit more skillful to me. I just think maybe because they're carrying less weight, they're a lot faster. And
no, but can you answer my question? Can you answer my question, please? Do you think Inoue has better head movement, better lateral movement, has more varied punches and combinations than Canelo? You think that?
I think my issue with Canelo is the lack of not energy. Sometimes he takes a bit too much time off of me.
Okay, but you still don't answer my question. So can you please answer my question here? It's a very easy question. Do you think Inoue has better head movement, better defense, better lateral movement, more varied punch combinations? Like any of those things, do you think Inoue is better at than Canelo? Yes or no?
Not defense. I'd say no, probably defense.
Well, I list other things too, like lateral movement, varied punching combinations or repertoire punching combinations.
I think his punching and lateral movement in that last fight, I think he showed good stuff.
So it seems like you're saying that yes, Canelo actually is better than Inoue in those categories. Okay, so we think that we agree here.
I think in offense, I prefer Inoue.
Well, you just prefer because he lands more knockouts. I'm assuming, right? Because he's exciting.
It's
no, but I think it's the speed. This may be one of those like lower weight things where I think the speed he gets the punches off and moves around them.
But my guy, Canelo just moved up 2 weight classes and knocked out Kovalev with headshots. Everyone's talking about the body. He knocked him out with the shot up top. What are you talking about with power and speed? Did you not see Canelo's punches last night? You just agreed Canelo is better in a list of categories of skills and technique than Inoue. And you still think Inoue is pound for pound better than Canelo? What is it? Is it resume? Is it what is it? Is it just because he's exciting? Because he goes towards knockouts in the lighter weight classes? Like, what is it that...
Can I make an argument for Inoue? I don't...
Better than him? I hope so.
Inoue...
His list. Fucking relax.
Inoue demolishes people. Like, Canelo beats people. Inoue blows them out like no one's even on his level, right? Like,
Inoue has never fought the number 1 guy in his division. Ever. At 115, 118 yet, he has never fought the number 1 guy in his division.
Would you call Navarez the best guy at one?
No, at that time, no, he was not.
But he's the same way Kovalev was. He probably wasn't, but he was the longest reigning champ and the biggest name.
He was the biggest name then. Roman Gonzalez was at 115 when they fought.
Was that? Yeah, okay. All right, fair enough.
You had Estrada. You had Quadras. Like, come on, man. I'm sorry here. Like, I've yet to hear an argument for Inoue being above him. You know, and maybe you want to argue like Loma is a better pure boxer than Canelo, but resumes. I mean, it's easy. Canelo has a better resume than Loma, so I feel like that argument's pointless because you haven't argued that, Alex.
You can't put Loma ahead of Canelo anymore. If there's anyone you can, it's Inoue because when was the last time Inoue lost a round, Matt? Like I can't even think of the time he lost a round.
My guy, but he's fighting guys that aren't the best guy in the division. Canelo moved up and fought Triple G twice, moved up and fought Kovalev, who's at worst the top 3 or 4th guy in his division in a loaded division. I don't know, man. Canelo moving up 2 weight classes is a far bigger deal than what Inoue did moving up 2 weight classes. It is.
Agree, and that's why I have Canelo at 1 and Inoue at 2.
Inoue moved up 5 pounds. Canelo moved up 15
pounds.
And I would say a better fighter, too. Kovalev is better than Omar Narvaez. Sorry.
Probably, yeah.
So, Alex, back to you, because Gary kind of took over here. Sorry about that. It's okay.
I think something I said before, a lot of what I based off is my perception of what I think they will do within the division. So, like Gary says with Inoue, like I can't see anyone living with him. And like you said, a lot of fighters do take a lot of rounds off Canelo. And obviously with this latest fight, it's better. But before this fight, the past 3 or 4 of the Triple Gs, I thought he lost those. And he wasn't, obviously he's fighting better fighters, but then obviously he's not blowing them away like an Inoue was.
But yeah, that happens. I mean, when you're fighting pound for pound fighters, like Canelo's fighting fellow pound for pound and Hall of Fame fighters. Inoue, let's be honest, he's fought one Hall of Fame fighter in his career. And that guy wasn't even a pound for pound fighter at the time when he fought him.
Jamie McDonald.
No, not Jamie McDonald.
I like Jamie McDonald, but I mean...
That was a good one, Alex. That was funny. But I mean...
Oh, okay, that was a joke.
No, it was a joke. I mean, like, look, like, I think Inoue is clearly, I mean, like, again, we're splitting hairs here. Inoue is top 5 pound for pound, right? Like, we're all in agreement there. We're not, like, saying, like, Inoue is trash. We're not saying that argument. But to compare individually Inoue and Canelo, I would say from a resume perspective, Canelo has a better resume. From a skill perspective, from a talent perspective, from a technique perspective, Canelo's better. And if those two things are in one guy's side, it's almost impossible for me to say the other guy is pound for pound better than that guy.
He also had the win over Koki Kono at 108. I don't know, like, where... Like, Kono was old, but he was still a good champion.
Stop, Gary. We're going to go back to Alex.
Okay. I'm with Canelo, but I'm trying to make an argument because I think if you could put anyone besides Canelo at number 1, it could only be Inoue. He's the only other guy that has a legitimate claim there that you can make an argument for. But go ahead, Alex.
Oh, that's pretty much all I had on that.
Well,
after that grilling.
Alex, any other takes you have on any other thing you want to talk about?
No, I was out most of yesterday, so I've only actually caught up on the Canelo fight so far.
Go back and watch the Katie Taylor card for sure if you haven't watched that, especially the Jack Cullen and Felix Cash fight. And then obviously
I did want to make another comment about because last time I talked about how I've just picked up DAZN and ESPN and I'm trying to get into the American broadcasts, and I'm having a big problem with DAZN. I think I'm just going to have to go back to watching British streams because I understand if DAZN showing a UK broadcast, I would understand if they wanted an American broadcast team for the American viewer. But I don't understand why on a British card they have British commentators that aren't just the Sky team.
Because it's different companies, you know. You could piggyback off of their stream, but in essence, it's less prestigious, if that makes sense. So that's why they do it.
Yeah.
But I understand why that seems kind of pointless.
Well, it's the between fights as well. It just shows a wide shot of the ring and nothing.
Oh yeah,
nothing else.
That's rough.
Yeah, that's just that international feed, right?
That's the international feed because they don't have commercials, and Sky at that time is showing commercials. So that's how it is.
On the Canelo start time, though, this was perfect for me because I came in yesterday expecting to get it on catch up, and they were actually walking into the ring when I came in, so it was ideal. Perfect.
Anything else, Alex?
No, that's it from me.
You have a good day, man. Thank you for the debate. Always fun.
You too.
10-9 round for me, though. It's 10-9, though. It's okay. I mean, Gary's...
Only on aggression.
And I made very good points that he then agreed with.
I think, like, the right answer is Canelo, although I think you could argue Inoue.
No, like, you can't. You can't argue Inoue. I'm a huge Inoue fan. You can't argue Inoue. It's number 1? No. Now, if we want to have an argument, is he number 2, number 3? That's what we kind of argument because then we're debating Inoue versus like Lomachenko's resume and skill, Inoue versus Crawford's resume and skill. Like those are fun conversations. But Canelo, man, it's so clear that he's number 1 right now. Stop it.
You can't. I had him at number 3 before. Like I have my number 1 now. Like I had to move him up. It's hard to after that knockout performance. It's hard not to put him number 1.
Well, guys,
does Crawford take the lead again if he gets the Spence fight and beats Spence?
Absolutely.
I don't know. Maybe he's got to beat somebody at 54. Like, look what Canelo just did.
I don't know, but that's a good question, Rob. And I'll leave it for the chat to decide in the comment section. So, guys, comment down below, whatever. If Crawford beats Spence, I'm going to say that's next. That's for argument's sake, right? Or at least 2020. Say it happens in 2020. Does that mean that Terrence Crawford is number 1 pound for pound over Canelo? I would probably say yes, slightly. But the second Gary said no, I was like, oh, maybe I should think about this. But anyways, digressing. You cannot think Inoue is pound for pound over Canelo. That's ridiculous, especially when you agree with me that Canelo is the better boxer. Moving on, though, you can find me, Mount Hunter MCR, all platforms on social media. Hit the like button, share the show, subscribe, patreon.com/Mixed Combat Radio. Rob, let the people know where to find you.
Yeah, let's hurry this up because it's nearly 1 a.m. here and I'm scared of what happens if it crosses over and you're still awake.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, UK Rob, MCR, Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. Good chat as always. Share the show again, like I said. Just this should be a big weekend. We should get some good views and things like that. But we're still grinding, trying to reach. Oh, I'm getting another fucking echo in my head again.
That's good. You're good.
All right. Yeah, just trying to reach more people. So do what you can. Share the show. Let people know we're here. And yeah, click that notifications bell. Gary.
Find me all forms of social media at 3D Boxing. And just appreciate what we're getting with Canelo. You get an old school fighter who will fight anyone, who doesn't care about the politics. He'll just fight the best guy out there. And he is the best fighter in the world. That being said, you can make an argument for Inoue. God bless y'all. Have a great week.
No, you can't make that argument. Stop, Gary. Peace. Have a great day. Peace. Bye.